Well, it starts with the MTC. When I was in the MTC in Mexico, the CCMA is what they call it, I started to get super nervous. I was excited but nervous, and I didn't know what to do, and I was missing my family, and it was crazy. But I had the opportunity to have awesome companions my entire mission, for sure. And I think one of the biggest things for me was that when I was in the MTC, they started saying, like, if your trainer's disobedient, make sure that you're obedient and that you tell someone. And they only said it 1 or 2 times, but both times it like hit me hard, and I was like, I'm gonna have the most disobedient trainer in the world. I know it. I can feel it. And I got to the mission field, and my trainer was an angel. She was absolutely perfect. Everybody in the mission knew her for being an angel. She was amazing. And so good. We got to the mission. We started filling out the papers at the mission home, and then I left. And I remember they don't tell you who your companion's going to be, or your trainer. Your trainer and you don't know who each other's going to be until they like kind of call it out and everybody cheers, and it's great. And so I didn't know. But when I walked in and all the trainers started walking in, I looked at her, at my trainer, and I was like, I think it's her, and I hope it's her. And it was. It turned out it was her, and she felt the same way about me. I think something that was super funny is that on the taxi ride home, I spoke nothing of Spanish at all. MTC is great, and I learned a lot, but I was not in any means fluent as far as Spanish goes. And my trainer spoke nothing of English, 2 or 3 words maybe, nothing else. So it was a very silent drive to our first area, and she kept trying to say something in Spanish and like spell it out for me, help me out, and I was like, I don't know what you're saying, I'm so sorry. So we got to our area, and I think a memory that I have is my first street contact. I was so nervous, and I didn't understand any Spanish, and I couldn't speak Spanish. But my trainer's like, okay, it's time, you're going to start. You're going to do a contact. And so I went up and I contacted a guy in the street, and he did not understand a word I said, not a single word. And I was like, I knew it. I knew he didn't. I was nervous to talk to him, but I had made a decision the night before that I was going to contact whether I spoke or not. Like, I was going to do something, and I was going to contact someone. So I went up and I spoke the few words that I could, and he giggled a little bit, laughed at me. He wasn't rude, but he did giggle a little bit. And then my companion, she contacted him afterward because he really didn't understand what I said. And it was great. So we contacted him, went to visit him later, but it was pretty fun. I guess that's one of the experiences I have of the first few days, is just my first contact. It was crazy, and he didn't understand anything, but that's normal. Don't be worried.